Right, well, I'd like to introduce you to Elena Kale today, who is from Inspired Media. Oh, I forgot that right. Inspired Marketing and Media. Get it right. It's embarrassing. Thank you for coming along today, Elena.
Thank you for having me.
So Elena has been a member of my Sandy Biggleswade Women Group for, probably 4 years now. She is a marketing consultant and does all sorts of things. Elena, tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into marketing.
Oh, crikey. Well, I've been in marketing 26 years, so I started when I was 12. And yeah, basically fell into events by accident many years ago. Worked my way up, got professionally qualified, and most of my career has been corporate side, working in leisure and events management. Got to boardroom level or exec team level sort of around, I think it was 2012. And that was an amazing experience because I sort of had the responsibility of multi-million-pound turnover business in terms of marketing, but really got to know how a whole business sort of worked and ticked and what was needed. So I then left there in 2016 and became self-employed, partly, well, for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons I didn't go back into corporate world was to have flexibility. Single mum, just wanted a bit more sort of choice, I suppose, in terms of how I worked and where I worked. So I set up Inspired Marketing Media, and for the last 4 years I've been working across all industry sectors, working with small to medium-sized businesses and startups to really help them get noticed through their marketing and to give them tailored solutions that suit them, either being their marketing department or doing a one-off project here and there. More recently, obviously with COVID, we've been looking at more online work, so we're doing a lot more coaching and training now on Zoom, and obviously once we're able to be released, then we can do that on a face-to-face basis
Whenever.
as well. So yeah.
So
I mean, sorry.
No, sorry. So I was going to say one of the things that you really like to do is coaching in terms of, helping. Well, you can also, you can physically do the social media management and so on, but you can also coach people to do that with some kind of accountability. And also, the thing that I love about you is you really want to push and promote video with businesses, because a lot of people hate doing, don't put me in front of a camera. I just don't know what to say to anyone. And you can really, coach people through that and appraise them of, people can send you a video and you can say, well, actually this was really good, but maybe you want to do that and that type of thing. So I appreciate I've said a few things there. So social media and Zoom marketing and video. So tell us a bit more about those.
Yeah, we started doing video sort of about 2-3 years ago, and that the video side is coached by my colleague Jeremy Rackham, who works together in business, and he's got 20 years in video as well as presentation and coaching experience himself. But you're absolutely right. I think obviously in the last few weeks we've all been thrown into the world of video, kicking and screaming, some of us, and it is outside most people's comfort zones. Having a lens put in front of you or talking to a lens like I'm talking to you now, which is tiny, it's not normal. You make eye contact, you want to talk to people, but if you look at any statistics on Google, you'll see that around 80% of content online, so social media, is now video. So if people are not on video, then the competitors are going to be, and it's something that people need to really start adopting. And actually, the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it. The first time I had a lens sort of shoved in front of me, I was like, oh, what do I say? What do I do? So it is about, I think and it's also very easy to get into bad habits. Obviously, we've got all the equipment here, we've got a studio downstairs, we've got everything set up. But the best will in the world, although we'd love to come and talk to you every single week and do your social media content, you can't. You can't get a videographer in every single week. So it's really important to learn good habits, especially if you're using a mobile phone, and you can produce professional looking videos using your mobile phone. But it's getting the lighting right, it's getting, the scripts right, locations, and really just there's this ways of becoming more animated on screen, because if you sit there and you like this on video, then you're apologizing for your existence. So you're the expert, you're the person that people want to hear from. And I think unfortunately as women we are massively self-critical, me included. You know, we'll look at every line, wrinkle, and you know, lockdown hair, everything else. But that doesn't matter. People are watching you for your knowledge.
Yeah.
So it's getting over how you see yourself and actually how other people see you. And it's the second best way. Face to face is amazing. You can't beat face to face. But even we're out of lockdown, you can't necessarily go and visit every single person who's your ideal client. So the next best thing is to get in front of a camera. People can see you, see your personality, see your smile, see your passion for what you do.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, we can do, at the moment we're doing hours coaching, which is less than going out for a curry, you know, with your mates at the end of the week when we can. And it really will give you a good background to get good habits, and to know sort of what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, you actually did for us at Wibben, you did an amazing session, you know, in terms of tips and lighting. Everybody's gone out and bought lights and stuff like that. But I think I think one of the key issues is people are just worried about how they're going to come across, and I think people do buy from people. So, you know, and I'm very animated and I'm always doing this and, you know, that type of thing. But that's just me. So if people want to come along to my Wibben meetings, they need to know that that's the way that I am. You know, I'm not a stand here, ring the bell, move it on type thing. But it is really important for video, and I think you know, so many people stream it all the time and watching them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all over the blooming place. So really
TikTok,
important.
I mean, if you got kids, you will have heard of TikTok. I mean, it's amazing looking at my girls are 12 and 10, and my 12-year-old loves, you know, she loves watching TikTok, but she loves being on camera. She's got no fear whatsoever, because that generation is growing up with that form of medium, if you like, and that form of media.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, going back a bit in terms of, you know, for video, it's important to look at your ideal client. Who is your ideal client? Because video obviously ties into your social media and your website. And probably website is the one place where I would say, if you know you're investing sometimes thousands of pounds in a website, get a professional video done for that, because doing that on your mobile phone is not going to represent your brand the way the way you need to. But you know, social media it's about being social. So you know, it is about consistent content, but mix it up, and video is one of those ways to mix it up. You know, Instagram, I've got IGTV. You know, you can only post a 1 minute long video, just under 1 minute long video on Instagram. So you can now use IGTVs, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, all this social media that's kind of moving so quickly all the time.
Yeah.
But it's building your personal brand, because for a lot of small businesses, you are the brand. So, and everyone's got a story, and you might not think you got a story. If you don't think you got a story, give me a call and talk to me, and I'll find the story in you. There's always a story, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what makes you unique, because we're all unique. I mean, there's to be fair, there's loads of marketing consultants in the country, but people, as you say, buy from people. They want to work with me. It's because they like me, or they think, yeah, okay, she knows her stuff, but actually I like her personality. I like how she comes across. And you don't get that through an email or through a post. You do a bit on a photo, but this is who I am, you know. And I think, like I said, the more you do it, then you know you do become more comfortable and you become more relaxed. And you know,
I mean that is obviously a part of what you do, and I know we spent a lot of time talking about video because it's just out there at the moment, I suppose. But you know, you do you also have you know, one of the things you want to look at is accountability. So you know, if people say they want to do things with their social media and you know 2 months down the line they still haven't done it, so you were talking about, you know, let's have some kind of accountability. We'll set up a program, and also obviously marketing strategy and that type of thing. You're looking for clients, you know, who are looking for that sort of type of thing as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I think something I've seen recently, actually, because obviously there's much more content going out online at the moment, is it's very easy to scattergun content. It's very easy to throw sort of quotes or lines or images and video out there, and if you haven't got a strategy, you're almost throwing stuff and hoping some of it will stick and that you'll get some kind of result from it. Whereas if you actually rewind, look at who is your ideal client. I don't mean who you have to work with or who just turns up, but actually people who you want to work with, because to be successful, you want to be able to help people. I want to help people get visible, because so many people are scared to get visible, not just on video, but just even writing a blog or putting a post out on LinkedIn. It scares them. And there's ways of coaching people to go, no, actually, like I said before, you're the expert. So if you know who it is you want to talk to, and I mean, really hone in on this and give them a name, give them a profile. You may have more than one, a lot of people do, but more than about 3 or 4 gets really confusing and a bit too overwhelming. So when you're then looking at, right, how do I put a content strategy together? How do I put content out? And where can I find enough content to produce? Once you know your client, where they are, what media they use, what are their pain points, they might not even realize I've got a pain point until they actually hear what you've got to say and realize they do. You can then start writing content that will suit that client.
To the audience.
Absolutely. Always what's in it for them. Who are you trying to talk to? How can you help them? It's not about you, it's about them. And once you've got that, it's much easier then to start putting content together. Whether you start with holidays, for example, like Christmas or Valentine's, there's certain things that are set in stone. Is summer. Summer is summer. And you can start putting content together. Don't do a whole year, it's too overwhelming. We do it bit by bit by bit, and you start building up a content plan. And from the accountability point of view, in the next 6 to 12 months, we are looking at memberships and we're looking at online courses. We're not quite there yet. We're getting there. We've been using this time to start preparing, to get my words out for that. But in the meantime, another thing I'm hearing when I talk to business owners is this accountability. They know they want to do it. They know they have to market themselves. Some people really know what they're doing, and they know, this is how I want to do it, and I enjoy doing it. But I get overwhelmed, and I get it, because I'm on social media. I have to market myself. It is overwhelming, and hence the planning, the strategy, and trying to streamline as much as possible. There's loads of tools and resources out there to help you. But the accountability side, it could just be a Zoom call once a month. You send me your goals, your objectives, what you're doing, and we just have that conversation. But it's having that, I won't say mentor, but having that person there just to say, right, okay, if this isn't working, why is it not working? Let's change it.
No, that's a really good idea.
Brother, but it
stick.
Yeah, I can be if you want, but but it's there, just someone there who knows knows the skill set, if you like, but can actually give you some pointers just on an ongoing basis without you having to commit to huge amounts of money on marketing consultancy. So that's
you're one of the things you're putting on is you've got a Facebook group called the Inspired Lounge. And these sorts of things you'll be talking about in there and discussing. So if people want to join that, they can do on Facebook.
You just go on to Inspired Marketing Media is the main Facebook page, and then there's a little blue button saying visit group at the top. Click on that and then just join. At the moment, Facebook are doing previews as well. So so at the top, I've pinned a recent video edit. We've just, I think, literally published it this week. Just a bit of introduction about the group, who we are, why we do what we're doing, why we help you, and it's a platform for people to feel safe in asking whatever they want. It's a private group, so it's really to help business owners get visible. It could be, during COVID-19, you might think, actually I need another income stream. It could be you might have a hobby that you've always wanted to commercialize and you just don't know where to start. You might want to sort of become a bit more of a position on social media. So it's not just business owners, but it's people that are looking to build themselves up in terms of their own brand, and just need a little bit of pointers of where to start and what to do and how to do it. So we're there 24/7 because that's what we're in, 24/7 world. And
is that the best place for people to get hold of you, or go direct?
I'm on LinkedIn under my own name, Elena Kale, and then Facebook, Inspired Marketing Media Group, and the group. I'm also on Twitter, Inspired MGT. Also on Pinterest, Inspired Marketing Media. What else am I not on? Instagram as well, Inspired Marketing Media. Obviously I've got to be on pretty much all the channels. I haven't really gone to TikTok, but I'm not heavily using that one yet. That's the next kind of thing to look at.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can get hold of me pretty much any of those ways. And I've also got a website, but that is being developed at the moment. So
okay. I think it's such a shame because we've run out of time, and actually, you know, each section could be a you know, a video on its own, and we spent a lot of time talking about video, so I'm not sure I've given you justice to be able to talk about all the other things you do, but needless to say, you know, if you can clearly see that Elena is has got lots of experience in various marketing aspects, so I highly recommend you have a chat with her, you know, just to chew the card, and also to find out a little bit more about, you know, some accountability as well. So thank you for spending some time with me this afternoon, Elena.
No, thank you, Louise. Thanks, appreciate it.